How does the abstraction-filtration-comparison test work? Imagine trying to find out if someone copied your recipe without stealing the whole dish. In software law, courts use a similar process called the abstraction-filtration-comparison test. It helps decide if one program copied another without copying the ideas or functions that are not protected. This test is especially useful when dealing with software patents and intellectual property disputes in technology. First, the court looks at the software in layers, starting from the actual code instructions. They break down the program into different levels, like modules, functions, and the overall purpose. This step is called abstraction. The goal is to separate the specific way the software is written from the ideas or concepts behind it. Because copyright protects how something is expressed, not the ideas themselves, this step is key to understanding what can be protected. Next, the court filters out parts that are not protected by copyright. These include elements that are necessary for the software to work, like industry standards or hardware requirements. It also removes anything that comes from the public domain or prior work. This filtration process makes sure only the original, creative parts of the software remains for comparison. For example, if a certain algorithm is a common way to solve a problem, it gets filtered out because it's considered an idea, not expression. Finally, the court compares the remaining protected parts of the original software with the allegedly copied program. They look at whether the protected elements are substantially similar. If the core expression is very similar, it suggests copying. But if only unprotected ideas or functions are similar, then there is no infringement. This comparison focuses only on the parts that survive the filtration process. In the world of technology and artificial intelligence, this test helps clarify what parts of a program or algorithm are protected and what parts are free to use. It prevents overbroad claims that could block innovation by protecting only the creative expression, not the functional ideas. This structured approach is useful in patent and copyright disputes involving software and emerging challenges like artificial intelligence. It makes sure that the rights are fairly enforced without stifling new ideas or technological progress.